Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we're wanting to have a bit of a look at all the good stuff. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the good, positive energy around you at the moment. And then we are going to focus in a little bit more on love and the positive love energy that is around you at the moment. We did just have that big all signs reading looking at what's blocking you in love, so hopefully we're going to see some stuff on the upside of that, ways to overcome any of those blocks and that sort of a thing. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. And Today, the decks I am using today, I have the Innocent Secrets Lenormand. I'm also using the Pop Art Lenormand. I'm absolutely in love with this deck at the moment. It's a new one, so I'm absolutely in adoration of it. But I also do have the Tea Oracle, as well as the Heart-Shaped Lovers Oracle. All right, so getting into it for you, Gemini, like I said, starting off with a bit of general positive energy around you at the moment. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? The positive energy around Gemini, positive messages, positive energy around Gemini. What's the positive energy around Gemini right now, please? Ooh. Firstly, we have the lily coming through for you here, Gemini. So, the positive energies that are around you at the moment, it is energies that are going to stick around for a long time. These are things that are pretty close to your heart. The lily does talk about things that you're emotionally intimate with. So, for some of you, I just feel as though it's something, close to your heart is what's sort of coming through here, that is very close to your heart and, very intimate sort of things in your life here. But it's things that are happening in for the long term. So things, especially I'll show you the second card I've got here is the key. So the key really does talk about new opportunities, new doorways opening up to you. So I do feel as though this is long-term opportunities. So, the opportunities for you coming in now are things that could actually make a big impact on the rest of your life, because the lily really does sort of focus on the things that are going to be in your life, or the things you're wanting in your life at the end of your life. So it does sort of focus on retirement, the retirement age type phase of life, and things taking you into older age. So these opportunities that it feels like brand new stuff coming in for you. It's like you're walking down a hallway and there's like 4 different doors you can choose from at the moment here. New opportunities, things just sort of falling into place around you and giving you this chance to really explore new things that you haven't had in your life up until now, or expanding upon some of those things. The other card we have for that there is the book energy. Okay, so we definitely do see the opportunity for a lot of opportunities for you to learn, educate yourself further. So for some of you, these may be opportunities to, do some sort of training in the workplace, receive some, further education. For others of you, it is just more about unlocking the secrets of your own future here, and really, really stepping through that door into the next chapters of your life that are going to, be the main plot of your life here. Main plot references in your life. So things that are going to be very, very important to you, really opening up to you at this sort of time. Okay, so don't overlook any of these opportunities. I feel here, Gemini, that any of the opportunities that you're being presented with at the moment, making sure we are taking notice of all the, the opportunities that are there around us at the moment. and exploring those, and researching those, and where they could actually take us in the long term, and very muchly trusting the things that sit the closest to our hearts. Okay, so the things that feel, the things that make us more emotional, the things that make us feel, because it can talk a little bit about your vulnerabilities as well. So, that's actually inspiration for you to know that this is something important for you long term. Okay, so this is definitely a lot of brand new sort of opportunities around you at the moment. I do feel as though for a lot of you there may be a strong emotional connection with the things that are happening for you at the moment. Because right on the bottom of the deck here, I do have the moon and then the stars. So two of the celestial cards are right there. The moon is another emotional card, and it sort of says trust your intuition and allow your emotions to guide you towards all your wishes coming true. So these really are opportunities, for all your wishes to start coming true for yourself here, Gemini. So really, really make sure you're not overlooking any opportunity that's offered to you right now, no matter how small that it may seem right now. Really looking into and the long-term impact that could potentially have for you. So definitely seeing those things around you as really positive doors to open up to at the moment, opening yourself up to, and learning more about things at the moment as well. With that books card there, it can talk heavily about education and, researching all those options and whatnot as well. Okay, but moving on to love, we're going to start off with the, what's the T oracle here? Okay, Gemini, the good stuff in love for our Geminis. What's the T? The good positive stuff for our Geminis when it comes to love and romance, please. Love and romance. What's going on in love and romance for Gemini? Ah. Okay, so interesting energy here. Firstly, we do have vibes coming through. Sensing something, unexplainable feelings, and listening to your intuition. All right, so we did already see that, coming through in your general message, listening to your intuition there. Heart fog, mixed emotions, unclear feelings, and a bit wishy-washy. Both of those, very interesting, both of those cards do have, cloud imagery in them. So we do associate the cloud imagery with overthinking. All right, because especially too with this one here, we see throwing hands coming up. Disagreements, hostility and animosity, conflict and fighting, which is quite interesting here because, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the key player, important person, playing an essential role and irreplaceable. All right, so there's definitely someone in your energy when it comes to love here. So I'm just trying to get a feel for that throwing hands energy. It is kind of giving me two separate messages there, and I feel like maybe that's part of what's confusing some of you. That's part of why you're overthinking things, because it's kind of it's actually giving me like references to the book I'm currently reading, where two of the characters like they spar with each other. And that's the kind of energy I'm getting for some of you here. It's that very sparring energy where it's like you're actually not sure if this person hates you. But it's like they don't hate you. It's like they just don't know how to, like, because you're both in this fog energy where you're both a bit confused about your feelings. And so there does seem to be, it's not actual animosity in a negative way. It's just kind of this teasing each other, ribbing each other, disagreeing and not being afraid to have conflict between yourself and this person. That it's kind of that energy of, fighting and fighting and fighting, and then the makeup sex is kind of coming through. Just the you know, you're both getting very heated with an argument, and then that heat turns into something else. And you both realize that there's a reason that you're both getting so heated and argumentative with each other. It's like, this person is really getting under my skin and I don't know why. And initially, I think a lot of you are going to think that the reason that this person is getting under your skin is because this person must hate me. And that's why they're getting under my skin. They're trying to annoy me. They're trying to set me off. But no, they're actually getting under your skin because there's just something in the back of your heart telling you, hang on, there's something here. The vibes are actually there. Your intuition is, you are sensing something about this person, but because of this heart fog, you don't actually understand what it is initially. And it definitely is. Some of you, it definitely could be like that energy of you and this person do not get along, and then all of a sudden something happens where you see a different side to each other, and then all of a sudden everything just flips and it turns into something completely different. And love's not necessarily supposed to be easy, Gemini. Sometimes it if you're going to be with somebody long term, do you really want somebody that is never going to contradict you and never going to stand up for themselves and their own opinions, even if they are, conflicting with yours? Because at the end of the day, you're never going to learn how to deal with conflict if you never have conflict. Sometimes the strongest relationships are the ones that, they can have conflict, but also they're really good at conflict resolution. Working through those conflicts and using those things to actually make them stronger. Sometimes if you are, in a connection where there is absolutely zero conflict, I can tell you from personal experience that, at points you sort of question, like, what's going to happen when we do fight? Like, if we haven't had an argument and they just give in to me all the time, like, I don't want someone who's just going to give in to me all the time. Like, I'm not your mother. Like, not even my child gives in to me all the time. Not going to lie. But, it's just, it's unsettling in a way where it's actually, because if you truly love somebody, you want them to be comfortable to give the full extent of themselves, including their opinions, even if they're not in agreement with your own. So it's part of what love is sometimes, is learning how to deal with the disagreements and the differences. It's kind of giving a little bit of, opposites attract kind of energy for some of you here as well. And for others of you, I am picking up just for a couple of you here that this throwing hands energy, it may actually be like you and somebody else sort of fighting over the same person, or or on the other side of things, they're actually like, there's some sort of disagreement or something between other people when it comes to this connection, that they're having to, maybe stand up to somebody else, have a bit of a disagreement with somebody else because, they're wanting to follow this connection. But we do see that this is a key player. And, although you are a little bit confused at the beginning of all this, and overthinking things quite heavily here, this person is actually very important. And that's why your intuition is sort of flagging this out for you. Further information for Gemini in regards to love. Yeah, so kind of supporting what I have already said here. Firstly, we have the mountain coming through. So yes, this is going to be hard work. There may be some delays in sort of getting to the point with this connection where it becomes something a little bit more. But the harder, like the more work that you put in, and the more that you actually try to overcome these differences, and try to focus on the conflict resolution rather than the conflict. At the end of the day, that's a very strong immovable force to be reckoned with. So once you both start working together rather than working against each other, force to be reckoned with, and it will lead you both to a very big sense of achievement here as well. We do see the fox coming through here, which it is talking about you both being very independent people. I feel so there may be moments where you both it's kind of going both ways here, where you both feel as though, oh, they're too independent. They only care about themselves. They only want to get what they want to get, and they're always trying to get their own way, kind of thing. But they're both sides are also very, very intelligent, very clever, and once again, if you can use that as a force in in tangent together, it's a force to be reckoned with. And a fox is not necessarily a solitary creature. When they have something that they consider family, they all live in the one little den together, and they'll go out and take care of each other, and go and hunt for hours to bring back food for the family, kind of thing. So that can be a very strong protective energy as well. But we do see here, we have the scythe and the clover. So there's something about this connection that will sort of ask for a sudden, out of nowhere, unexpected change. So like I said, with that, it could start off like you hate each other, and then all of a sudden it just flips, and it's very unexpected. But all of a sudden we take this random chance, and we decide to just take a chance on each other, and realize, bang, that's the reason we clash so hard, is because it's like we both have so much passion that when we actually bring that together, it's like fireworks. It's like an explosion, in a good way, when we actually bring it all together in a positive way. It's like it's an explosion of passion, rather than butting heads. Okay, with the butting head, it could be connected to an Aries or a Taurus there as well for some of you. I do have Capricorn, as well as Sagittarius here. Okay, but the last little oracle for you here, Gemini. What else does Gemini need to know in regards to love and this person, I suppose? What else does Gemini need to know? Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Okay, so there is a lot of fulfillment with this connection. Okay, it's just a matter of well, and then on the bottom of the deck, playfulness. Okay, so trying to make sure that any of that throwing hands energy, that argumentative energy, is done in a more playful way. It is coming from both of you being very passionate, very intelligent, very independent, but like I said, when we can use that as a force for good together, it's a force to be reckoned with, and can bring some big stuff in for both of you. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, Gemini. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.